He was dressed different, you know, still, always. And longer hair than I was used to, but he was good looking, and so I thought he might probably a little different, but I didn't know how different until we left the radio station, and he got into a pink Cadillac. Now that was before the days of Mary Kay. You had never seen a pink Cadillac. So I didn't know what I was in for. But pleasantly surprised that evening when I saw him perform. So I had the pleasure of working with him for about a year and a half. And during that time we dated, we liked each other a lot. And I liked the timing. And yeah, girls, he kisses good, okay? I know that's the first question you always want to know. So there, I said it.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, he asked me to be his girl and gave me his ring. I wore it around his neck for a while, and I still have the ring. Oh yeah, one of my prized possessions, truly. It really is. And I did have it checked, girls. It was real diamonds. They were kind of small. Because he wasn't, you know, he was still a poor boy at that point. But I say that to tell you he was very generous even then when he really didn't have that much. But anyway, what he was truly generous with was his encouragement. And he worked with me a while, and he kind of called me and my dad aside. Dad traveled with me and acted as my manager, my dad. And so he talked to us, and he said, I think that you should try this new kind of music. He said, you know, you can see the crowds that I'm drawing. I said, yeah, but I'm not you. I can't perform like that. I can't sing like that. And he said, oh, yes, you can. And I said, no, I can't. But what he continued to tell me, he kept encouraging me. He said, this is the way you'll sell a lot of records. If you want to be a big recording star, you're going to have to start doing this. Well, the very first song I tried, which was the one I did earlier, I Got to Know, I loved it. I loved it. I said, I think I was born to do this. How did he know that? And I didn't, I don't know. But it was very good advice for me, and I'm glad that I listened to him. So I have a tribute album to him I call I Remember Elvis. And we tell some stories on that one, and some photos from my scrapbooks. And, but every time that I sing, especially a crowd like y'all, I like to give a tribute to Elvis. And so from my album, if I Remember Elvis, we're going to do a couple of songs for you. The ones that I chose, songs that I saw him perform night after night, stood over in the wings and watched him sing, and the girls go crazy. It was very exciting. So okay guys, oh by the way, this is the High Dollars from Nashville, Tennessee. I'm so happy to have them with me. We're touring quite a bit together these days, and I'm thrilled. Okay, let's do some of the King songs. walk away. My goodness. Julius Handy. You're a handy man. That's good. Brian Murray. Very nice to have you guys. Boy, I feel like I'm really getting up in the world. It's real New Orleans jazz horns playing here. Boy, well, in 2009, I stood on the stage receiving the induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That was a wonderful evening in my life. I felt the presence of Elvis very much that night because he was the one that encouraged me to try it. So, but you know, after that I thought, well, this is the icing on the cake. I mean, where do I go from here? This is the best. So I thought maybe I better start kind of thinking about slowing down. Good, I didn't want to either. But I didn't know. I had to be ready for that. So instead, I got a telephone call from Mr. Jack White. And he was interested in recording me on his label Third Man Records. So things started getting exciting again. So we talked for a while about that. They got the details worked out and began sending songs back and forth to each other. And I got to know Jack, you know, mostly by telephone and letters by then, emails. So, but once I met him and felt his spirit, he's such a wonderful young man. He truly is. A gentleman. He's a class act, what can I say? And he's like a genius, really. I don't think I'm exaggerating when I say that. He seems like he knows every decision he makes is good and right. So I just let him have free rein with my album and with my recording and let him guide me and singing of the songs, and I learned a lot from that young man. You can always learn, can't you? No matter what your age is. And so all of this wonderful new attention, publicity, whatever you call it, has fallen on me. And at a time when I thought I should be getting ready to retire, most people my age have been retired 10 years. So, but I just knew I was still having a lot of fun. I didn't have to do that. So our first single did well, and then we did an album, and it is doing well. The album, Jack titled it, I let him do that too. It's called The Party Ain't Over. So I like that. Well, these guys are going to join us, and we're going to play a whole section of songs from our new album. Let's start off with this one right here.